A great way to finish off your Turkish dinner or lunch, breakfast, break is to have Turkish coffee. Now, Turkish coffee isn't really your typical boarding house type of coffee. No, this is strong coffee. It starts by grinding really fine coffee this is a Turkish coffee mill here. And if you don't have one, you can also just go to your favorite coffee shop and say, hey, I want this Turkish ground. And it's going to be a very, very fine grind. And so you cook it. This is a Turkish coffee pot or an iparik, and I've put in 2 little demitases of water, about that size. And I'm going to put a little bit of sugar in here because this is strong coffee, and you probably don't want it completely straight, but you can put up as much as you want. I'm going to put in about a little more than a teaspoon in here. And then I'm going to see, I dissolve the sugar with your spoon. Just hopefully I got some coffee there, which I do. And I don't know if you probably can't see how fine this is, but this is a very, very fine coffee. I'm gonna put this in here. And it's about 2 teaspoons of coffee, probably about heaping teaspoons of coffee for the size I have. I'm just going to get this to settle down just a little bit in here. And then you kind of stir it in just a little bit. Make sure you dissolve the sugar first, though. And then we put it on a medium-low heat here. And this is the first boil. And the reason we call this the first boil is because we haven't done the second boil or the third boil yet. It comes immediately before the second boil. Now, while this is heating up, you're going to really want to keep your eye on it because this stuff will get away from you. It will start boiling up and boiling over before you can even think. So instead of looking at the camera, I'm going to be looking at down here to make sure that this is not going to boil over. You can see right around the edge here, it's starting to boil just a little bit. This is when you have to keep your eye on it, because once it goes, buddy, and here it comes. Then once it does that, you lift it up, just let it cool for a few seconds. And this completed the first boil. Now, if I look in the old Turkish recipe book, I'm going to see the second boil comes right after that, and here it comes. The second boil happens really, really, really quickly. Immediately like that. Did you see that? And then before the third boil, I'm going to stir it up. Kind of get the grounds to settle down, so don't scrape the bottom too much, because that's where the grounds are going to end up. And the third boil comes just as quick as the second boil, so don't blink, unless you'll have a mess just like I had. You know, if you keep it elevated above the burner just a little bit, that might help, because you can feel the boiling happening. Here it comes. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, we completed this, and let's go and actually pour this into our cup here. Got these cute little cups here, and that's really all you want because this is very potent coffee. You want to pour it here, remembering that you have grounds in the bottom.
He cooks like a bastard. So can you.
And there you go. You got a perfect cup of Turkish coffee here on Cook Like a Bastard.
And cook like a bastard today.
David TV.